Hi guys! Today I will show you how I manipulated the reference I got for this box of chocolates. Because it's not straight out of the camera, this one. Let's have a look, shall we? I use my iPad and the app Procreate for editing my pictures. I use a canvas size which is a square, in this case 15 by 15 centimeters. Then I load in the picture of the original reference. There we have it, but it's a bit crooked as you can see. I always like to duplicate my layers so I can work on the second layer without ruining the original. Then I hide the original from vision. I like to zoom it out a bit so I have a better view of what I'm doing. By clicking on the cursor icon, I can go and adjust my sizes, as you can see. But as you see, there's slight distortion on there, even though I twist and turn it around a bit. However, there are also other options here in this tool as well. To distort, we can drag all the edges and it slightly distorts, or maybe restorts is a better word for it. Here I'm just aligning the lines that they're not a bit crooked anymore. And once it looks right to the eye, then you're good to move on to the next step. Often it can be a bit of a trick to just keep moving around with the settings here until you get the result you want. I want to add something funny in it as well. So let's have a look at another picture I've got. See if we can combine the two. As you can see, this is a totally different picture. But I like that one in the front which is half eaten. I want to put that one back in the box, so I'm erasing everything around it, including the shadow, because I won't need that in my box, which is a top-down angle. It would look weird. Now we're showing the other layer as well, and I'm moving it in position and adjusting the size a little bit, because I want to make sure it fits. Where would it be nicest? Well, I see a white one over here, so I think that would be the best spot for it. Could be slightly bigger, so I'm adjusting it slightly there, moving it in position. Now, the colors are still a little bit off, so let's do some detailing here. I'm going to erase some more of the edges where you still see some of the table come through. And a very dark shadow is also a bit unnatural. But you see, as I'm removing these edges, I'm also showing through a bit of the original chocolate which was underneath. So that's a nice way also to blend a bit the foreground with the background if you use a soft brush. Here I'm taking a bit further by indeed letting the foreground blend a bit more with the background. As you can see now, it indeed looks like you're having the original piece in there, and all the shadow play in the box and the reflections, they seem to work quite well. I'm turning the layer off and on and off and on to see if there's anything hitting my eye, but I think it looks quite decent. Almost ready to paint, but I like to have a grid on there as well, which helps me find the right places on the canvas later on. So I go to Actions, Canvas, Enable the drawing guide, and then edit the drawing guide, and then you see this grid showing up. But this is way too much. So I'm going to my canvas information, where I look at the dimensions. I see here the pixel width and height at 1772. I'm gonna divide that by 4 on my calculator, and I'm gonna go back to my grid overview and change the pixels there. As you can see, now we have it all nicely boxed up. I can change the color of my grid as well, and that really helps me put my lines on the canvas, because I draw on the canvas as well. Can play with the colors, the opacity, to find the most suitable line work for your picture. That's it. Thank you for watching, and if you haven't done so yet, please hit that like and subscribe button. I'd be honored. And also follow me on Instagram, where you see all my works every week. Happy painting!